Folks, welcome back to Sunset Falls. I know it's been a few days since the last episode. I have to be honest with you, I've been totally caught up in the new Ratchet and Clank game. If you are one of the lucky few that's managed to snag a PS5, I highly recommend picking it up. If you played any of the old Ratchet and Clank games, it's right up that alley. Some really smart new mechanics. I really like the new character. Platforming is still great. If anything, I actually think my only gripe would be I think the puzzles are a little bit easy. Like I think halfway through. I don't know. I've been finding most of the gold bolts without too much effort, so something to keep in mind. But overall, still super fun. So if you have the ability to go check that out, I highly recommend that you do so. Okay, so where did we leave off? We have a lot of things that I would like to do at this point, specifically regarding industry. This is something huge that I really want to kind of get started on, but our demand for residential is just too high. So I think today, what we're going to do is just try to fill a lot of this in. And I know that I said earlier, one of the things that I'd really like to do is make sure that each area has really distinct character. And I think we can still do that. But what I want to do is give us kind of like a base to work off of and maybe fill out a fair amount of our grid going through here, just so we have a little bit more population to work with. We relieve some of that pressure, and then we can work on our industry potentially in the next episode. And that might also give us enough people to actually work on some of our college spaces or even our kind of planned government seat over here. So a lot of stuff going on. But I think the overall goal for this episode is to fill this in, get some more people in, and then on the following episodes, we can start to carve out maybe what our industrial area is going to look like and set up some of our public transportation lines where we know they need to go. All right, so let's take a look back here. A few things that we want to do here. I'm just going to start the game, let it run for a little bit. I'd like to put a few more paths through here. I just feel like from a walking standpoint, you might want to be able to actually walk through this space a little bit more. So let's just grab, actually here, don't we want the park specific path, I think, right? So let's maybe just kind of get something. Oh, I see it. We actually have a path running right along the edge. Well, here, let's put something in like right over here. And just kind of wind a path through a little bit, right? Just around the back. Oh, interesting. It kind of connects up there. I'm already not liking this. Just the way that it's curving around a little bit. Or, there we go. Okay. Go that way. Connect that up. There we go, because we don't really need anything off street, so to speak. Let's connect that back up. There we go. And then we can put a few more fun things in here. What other options do we got here? We already had the fountain in somewhere, right? No, we don't have the fountain in? Oh, well, here, let's put the fountain in. Let's actually turn anarchy off. There we go. Got a little fountain in here. What other fun things can there be? A climbing frame. Maybe put that kind of down here. Oh, we already had the fountain on that side. All right, we got two fountains. Whatever. I think people will deal. Okay, so, yeah, this whole situation, I'm not really sure what's going on with that, to be totally honest with you. I need to look into what's going on with our Metro overhaul mods and figure out how those are going to work, specifically with the station. I just haven't done that yet, so give me a little bit of time and I will definitely get to that. I also think we're going to keep with our Brooklyn theming for the moment. I need to find a few more themes, but that's definitely something that I'm going to continue to turn on here. I keep getting that error message for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why that is. But let us really quickly just carry our, make sure I get the right roads, carry our roads kind of along through here. And I think we're actually going to kind of deliberately stop building right around here. We'll see if we can get kind of a nice curve on this. Seem like we're really kind of following the line here. There we go. And then, oops, just go straight over. What are we doing? All right, close enough to the 90. Then we'll kind of shape that off there. And then I think have that go right over there. There we go. Cool. So now we can have something fun in there. I think really kind of capturing that park space. And this is going to give us some really interesting shapes too. So I think that's kind of the next thing we want to do. Let's bring this street all the way down here. Actually, we'll curve it a little bit. There we go. Get some interesting shapes here. Have our blocks get a little bit funky. then I think something else that I was thinking about earlier too is if you look at how this land is being used, I don't think it's being used super effectively. Let's actually pull that out. I think maybe we just make a very small, do we have a 2-lane plain street? Maybe just kind of extend this back here and over. Do we even need to go over? No, let's not. We'll just kind of make it like a little alleyway almost. And then that recovers a lot of this space here too. So we can put another line right there. I'm assuming this metro is going to kind of go through most of this space, but I don't really know yet. I'm still kind of trying to figure out the best way that we can use these overline metros. So if you have any ideas or thoughts, definitely please let me know in terms of how we can make sure that those are a good use of space. I think it would also be kind of fun to maybe put our something nice here, right next to the church. It's interesting to kind of have this combination of the church and the gardens here, so I think that might be kind of fun. Let's put in a little walking path right along here too. So you can kind of walk over here. There we go. Oh, that looks hideous, doesn't it? Okay, we'll put in a few trees, right? Actually, we don't want that one. Let's go directly to the trees, find something a little bit smaller. What are these? Yeah, maybe a little bit bigger than that, right? These guys? Yeah, because that looks very much like the one that are actually on the street there. And then I think we just have to turn, I think this was the problem I had last time, was I did not have anarchy turned on there. So I'm just turning that on and turning that off again really quickly so that we don't make any huge mistakes there. That'll kind of help cover up that mess a little bit. And I think we go, actually, sorry, let's pull that out. Do we have our apple trees in here? What do we get? Little apple trees, yeah, nice. So we can put these just kind of back along here. Frame up our what is this? Little flower botanical garden. Yeah, frame up our botanical garden that way. Oops, go back here. Is that what that does? I don't know what that button actually does. No, that toggles fence mode. What is fence mode? I've never used fence mode before. That's interesting. Put that right there. Ah, I thought we were going to be able to fix that with... Huh. It's just not gonna play nicely, huh? That is so odd. Okay, well, I guess we don't have to worry about it. Let's make sure that this day-night cycle stops here. Boom, there we go. Wow, the color is just so different. That is actually pretty crazy. And then let's find maybe a few more trees that we can put kind of in the back here. Just kind of really spruce up that garden vibe, you know? We'll go with something maybe a little bit shorter. Some of these little bushes here. Kind of boom. Kind of alternate a little bit. Okay, I guess that's as close as we're gonna get. Was that this thing making a little bell noise? That was cool. I'm a fan. Okay, so coming back here, this seems to me like a really interesting opportunity for some cool buildings. If we kind of keep this thought process going, I'm not quite sure, especially right here. See if we can find one of those like narrower buildings. I think could look really neat. So let's just kind of keep an eye out for what could look good there. I'm gonna pull that across and then maybe just split it right in the middle like that. We'll have a few of these smaller blocks here. We'll actually run that up like that. Okay. I don't know if we have, I know we have some of these 120-degree buildings. I think the Brooklyn pack actually has a few of those, I want to say. Maybe, yeah. Oh, we used this one somewhere else, didn't we? We used this one near the park. Yeah, okay. We won't use that one. We'll keep an eye on. I know we have some sort of kind of interesting 120-degree building that we can put there. We'll get there eventually. I don't know if I can just sort by 120-degree buildings. That would be helpful, but I don't think that's a sortable option. So just taking a brief glance through here. Nothing too crazy. Might be one of these office buildings, right? Oh, that might be... That's not quite what we're looking for. All right, we'll workshop it. If you know of any really good... Ooh, this is kind of funky looking. Would that kind of fit in there okay? Well, it would fit in more so like here. Well, all right. Not quite yet. We'll get there. Okay, so let's focus over here a little bit. So we have this second larger street coming down here. Let's expand this avenue a little bit. Just kind of keep bringing it along. Actually, here, I'm just going to grab it that way, and that's going to make this easier. We'll just kind of continue it along on its current trajectory here. Yeah, I want it to maintain its pathing. Actually, we don't really, do we? We kind of want it to go at a 90-degree angle here. So let's do that. And we'll kind of bring this street back a little bit. And then keep this going. Boom, right there. Okay. And then let's actually upgrade this road here. There we go. All right, we may end up wanting to upgrade this road as well, but for now, we'll just kind of let it be. And is this circle set up with the appropriate traffic? I think it is. I keep coming back to this and I'm like, make sure it's set up as a roundabout. It is. Okay, cool. All right. So I think let's kind of just go along here and set up our grid right along the side, right? So we were talking about going, oops, I still have that. We wanted to go basically what, 10 out and 10 over. So if we go, actually let's do 12 by 12 over here. I think that'd be interesting. Ooh, guessed it right the first try. Nice. All right. Keep going. 12 and 12. 12 and 12. And then I think we can probably start going up here. Perfect. Let's kind of go over, at least over this much. Get 2 more blocks here. And then see, maybe we actually don't need to connect that at all. Bring that up here. We are going to have to do something about public transportation probably sooner rather than later. Just seeing all of these people, this is starting to get a little bit crazy. So let's see, maybe in the next episode, we'll have to kind of start putting some more of that in and really get a little bit better about that. We're just going to keep going along here, 48 and down and go across here. That was probably the harder way to do this, actually. Let's pull this back. There we go. All right, so now I have to make sure that I actually get 12 over. There we go. Do another 12. 112. There we go. It always wants to kind of shift you over to the node a little bit. And then I think we can probably fit one more in. There we go. Let's see, can we get out a full 12 here? Ooh, no, we're gonna start having troubles. All right. Well, I think we're doing okay for the moment. Let's actually clean this up just a little bit. And we may end up wanting to actually upgrade this into a larger road as well. So I think that's something we, actually, you know what, let's just do it now. It's gonna be easier. Let's just do it now. I think let's at least start here. And then just assume that we're going to want to do this. Let's actually bring this back down. So that intersection was starting to get a little bit crazy. Go back here. Whoops, not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go back here and grab that. There we go. Let's bring it along here. That's not what we wanted to do there. Fix that. Okay. So at least we kind of have it built up here. And then how can we kind of integrate the roads that we have into this existing road network? Because it looks to me like these aren't really too joined at all. I think we kind of want to maybe bring this over here, bring this over here, bring this there, bring that there. Okay, cool. And then I think let's actually bring this down on this side too. We're gonna bring this all the way down and then kind of restart our grid a little bit, right? So if we come up here, and again, it doesn't really matter. This feels like it's out about 12. I don't know, whatever. All right, there, and then nope, 14. So close yet so far. All right, 12, 14 again. Wow, I'm just feeling the 14s apparently. 12, 12. There we go. Cool. All right, so then we can bring this one. Just keep going down here. And again, I think what we're doing is really putting this in place, knowing that we want to break it up later, right? So part of this, I think, is we are kind of laying down these basic foundations. Oops, not quite long enough. But we know that we want to change it. Specifically, we know that we want to put in some really nice neighborhood characteristics. I think right now we are kind of racing a little bit towards our population, but that's okay at this point, you know? Not the end of the world. We'll get there. I'll just go over. And I'm kind of saving the space in the middle. I feel like a Central Park is, a little bit overplayed. I don't want to say, again, no critique if people want to do a Central Park. I mean, I love the idea, concept, but I think I'm more so saving this because I think we might want to do something interesting in here, maybe public transportation, maybe something along those lines, right? So it's not, at this point, something I'm saving very intentionally for anything quite yet, but I'm sure that we will get there. So then bring this down over. I'm more so just trying to make sure that we really have enough space here to get the number of people that we're looking to get into the city here. And I think, I mean, every now and then, you know, you can just kind of skip one. If you want to skip one, we're just going to skip one here. Maybe have a longer block. Maybe mix up our block structure here. That's totally fine to do, especially because we're probably going to need some bigger buildings in here. Actually, here, let's do it this way instead. There we go. So now we have something a little bit bigger in here for the bigger buildings that we do need. All right, so last thing here is we're going to have to connect these buildings up somehow. So I'm going to build over here, and I'm just going to start filling a lot of this in, but also acknowledge that this may be kind of a busier road. So we're going to try to put some of our commercial kind of along here when possible, just to kind of keep the sound down a little bit there. And let's pull that out, and then, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. And then pop this in, right? Okay. And we're just going to leave this on as we go through. Do that. And kind of fill most of this in. These guys can all fill in really nicely, and then put in a little bit of commercial once we get down here a little bit. And again, this is probably going to be a pretty big avenue here, so actually maybe I should take that back, put in residential on that side, and put in commercial along here. There we go. Okay, let's see how that goes. All right, so we're definitely starting to get stuff in. Oh, we should make this a new neighborhood as well. So Washington Heights ends right about here. So let's shrink that down. We'll take everything on this side, and we'll kind of come right across the boulevard here. Go up and back over, start to flesh out a new space. Okay, and we're immediately forgetting about water. That's crazy. Who does that? Unbelievable. Oh, whoops, I actually ended up expanding Washington Square. That is not what I meant to do. All right, we'll cut it off right there. We have our new, oh man, all right, it's gonna give me a hard time. All right, let's start on this side, and then we'll kind of move that way. All right, so now we have at least one new space here. Kind of come along here, try to keep these lines relatively clean, but we are going to fail for the most part because it's just very difficult to do that with this tool. All right, and then kind of come in here, do our detail work, and we'll take that slice here, and then we'll kind of let this part get everything up to that side of the street, or this district rather. Okay, cool. And here, let's come along here, clean things up a little bit. There we go. Let's kind of come right down the street there. All right, everything looking a little bit cleaner. Okay, now water. That would have been a valuable thing to put in probably earlier, but that's okay. I'm gonna connect right up to our old lines there, and we know that we can run one right through the middle here. And actually, we probably could have gone right up along this side anyways, but you know what? It's okay. Let's check our roads just to make sure we're playing by the new rules of the game, so to speak. Boom, there we go. That is a really effective way to cover almost all these places with water. Gotta respect that. We do have a pretty crazy theming on right now, so I'm going to put theming in here. Let's try something different. What is downtown? I don't know what this is. Let's find out. Let's do downtown. Let's see what these buildings end up becoming. All right, good news is that we are really seeing that population demand go down. So while we let that fill in, whoa, little frame rate issue. While we let that fill in, let's go kind of see what's going on here with our ore company, because I believe we now have a level 3 ore company. We are outputting glass and metals. Total profit is looking sharp. I think we might need a few more worker barracks. So let's actually go in and grab these again. We'll put a few on this side as well. I'm actually going to put a second one right there. That does look a little precarious, so maybe let's move this one over just a wee bit. This one over as well. All right, so now we definitely have more space for our workers. What is this issue? Not enough buyers. Oh, never mind, it just went away. Okay, we're good. One thing that we could think about doing is thinking about all of this traffic. I would really like to get some sort of cargo train station in here. I think we're going to want that pretty soon. I think the question is, do we want it outside of this this gate, or is it something that we want to put inside? And if we want to put it inside, where do we put it? So if we look at our train terminals right now, we do have our cargo train terminal. And I think we actually have one more as well. Let me pop this up here because we have a few different cargo terminals. That's all freight terminal. This is what I was looking for. So something, I'm just going to pop this down so we can see what it looks like, right? But potentially something like this as well looks very nice. But I think it's something we want to be a little bit careful about where we put this, right? So I'm going to pull that out really quickly. Let's expand in our area first and then see what our options might be. So I'm going to close this down. Actually, I'm going to pop it up. What am I talking about? So we are starting to get new manufacturing plants in. Something I want to be really careful about here when we're looking at those is where we put them. So something to think about is we have this little space here that we've leveled off this pad for some sort of pre-production. But like we talked about before, I think we want to put the vast majority of our industrial work over here. And we may end up kind of expanding this a little bit. I think we're going to need to expand out here a little bit to really kind of get all of our materials in, because if you look at how big these factories get, it's a little crazy. That one's not that big. That one's not that big. But I guarantee you, they get bigger. This is a large warehouse, right? So I'm imagining that these rail lines are going to run directly into a few different cargo terminals here, right? And we're also going to have some cargo ports over here. So knowing that, I think that we want to put a ton. What are these little? What are these? Can I like pick these up? Is this a thing? I don't even know how to get rid of these little guys here. Oh, well, let me actually select them. Okay, so I'm actually going to just kind of make my move right now, call it, start cleaning all this stuff off of this island, because we are going to want to get it very bare so we can kind of put all of our stuff on it. Actually, we'll preserve the lighthouse. I like the lighthouse there, but just acknowledging that we're probably going to change that. This is also probably one of the few places that I'm okay with leaving this highway in, because we're going to want the large capacity to be able to bring road traffic or cargo traffic down here. I'm also going to slow this down a little bit again. Okay, so we are getting that industry demand, which is great. So I think for the rest of today, let's kind of let this space fill in a little bit. Okay, this is a totally different look. Wow. Okay, interesting. Oh, and then you have these oh my gosh, these European looking houses just kind of stuck in there, right? Okay, so things to think about. Actually, here, let's make sure we have our services in here first, right? So we are probably going to need another hospital in here. Where's our other hospitals down there? All right, so let's throw in one of these, and let's just set it up right there. Whoops, I have anarchy on. Let's actually undo that and turn anarchy off. The good news is that we'll fit perfectly in there. And then let's actually just take this out. I don't think we need houses right there. Anything, let's just put in a few trees, right? I think someone probably, if you're at the hospital, you're going to appreciate having some trees, some nature around you. Maybe some of these big ones. What does this look like? Oh, those are comically large, aren't they? What about these tall ones? Don't love that. And then let's actually space them a lot less. Get them a little bit closer together here. There we go. That feels a little bit better. Okay. And again, another point to be thinking about, remember, we still have our entrances and exits. So I think let's add a spawn point and specifically add in ambulance here. We're going to pull ambulance out and see, where do we want our ambulances to actually spawn, right? Oh, whoops. All right. So this has them kind of spawning from the back. I think we want them to spawn maybe onto Stevens Street, or do we think onto Harvey Street? I think Stevens Street. So let's kind of pull that back, push it forward just a little bit. We'll have the ambulances spawn maybe kind of right out of this corner here. I don't really see any sort of like actual garage space other than maybe in the back, maybe over here actually. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Where did you go? Oh, right, now you're all the way over there. Come back this way. Oh, oops. Sending you across the side of the road. Never mind. Here, come back towards us. No, other way. There we go. Okay, so maybe kind of towards the back here. Pull that out just a little bit and then rotate this around. I think what that means will happen is that we'll actually have our ambulances coming in and out of kind of this little door space. But I want to acknowledge that, I mean, look at this building. There's not really an obvious place the ambulances would be entering and exiting from this hospital. So cut me a little bit of slack, right? All right, other services that we need. We have our health. Do we need some death care? Oh, we still haven't technically unlocked our crematorium, have we? We're very close though. We're very close. So we have an old hospital block. That would work well if we actually had like a European setup here. Do we need one more? How are we doing this over here? We have that crematorium, or not crematorium, but our cemetery over here, rather. Seems like it's going okay. I'm honestly, I might just wait and let it become a problem because it doesn't look like it's a huge issue. We have a gigantic capacity, so I'm not super worried about it. In terms of fire safety, though, that is a legitimate problem. Let's throw a fire station down somewhere here. Thinking maybe actually right there. There we go. It's a little bit off the beaten path, but I think that's a solid place. And this is a great example. Let's actually pull this a little bit closer to the road. Oh my gosh, what was that? Let's pull this just a little bit closer to the road here. Oh, it's not going to let me do that, huh? All right, so we'll leave it there. Oh, it's because it's the grassy median. Okay, so in this case, now let's add a point. We're just going to add our fire truck here, and our fire truck specifically. This one is actually set up to be a little bit better, honestly. But we'll set this up right along here. That's a spawn point. Duplicate, put another one right there. And then we're just going to keep going. So now our fire trucks can spawn out of any of these doors. Theoretically, they'll just pick a random door to spawn out of. Awesome. And then we'll copy that to all those buildings. And then I think the one other thing would be, there we go. For this, for every other car, let's yeah, let's maybe go, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. For every other car, let's just go this way. We'll kind of have them come out that direction instead. One thing I will do actually though is grab this building and then maybe just rotate it a little bit on the pad. The problem is these streets aren't super aligned. So how much rotation can I do before I break that? Actually, that looks pretty good. Okay, and that gives us more room in the front here. So I like it. Okay, we have our health coverage, have our fire coverage, police coverage. Let us think about that. I do really like this police department building that we can just kind of plug in anywhere pretty much. So I think let's just kind of throw this maybe over here. Does it really fit in with the rest of the buildings? Not a ton, but I will allow it, at least for the second, right? So our police coverage, education. This, I feel like something's messed up with my education system. So if you have an idea, please let me know. But it just seems like something is a little bit off here. I'm going to throw in this community school here, maybe put it right next to the fire station, and then actually throw in the high school. Actually here, let's move this over here. I think this will fit right there. Awesome. And then throw our high school in right on the other side of the road. So that's going to be a pretty important crossing there. But I feel like there's something else going on with how the education system is working here. So we have everyone is eligible, but are they actually going to school? That's what I don't understand. We have 25 students, 5 students. Do we have we don't have a schools out global policy, do we? That would be the wrong thing to do here. City planning. So that's just for this district. There's a way to set global policies, right? Am I totally forgetting where that is? I don't know. I'm not sure. Services. Let's actually do an education boost here. And okay, we do have the education boost over there too. And then we can do the obvious stuff as well. Okay. Just a few things there. All right, so I think we have all of our basic services in here, feeling decently about their ability to upgrade here. We just have to educate more citizens, and we have the capability to do that. So no problem there. All right, and then here, let's maybe just make a little bit of park area here. We have any kind of fun little statue thing we can throw in here? Not really. Not have any statues. I feel like we should have a statue. Oh. Is our search? All right, no more search for us. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right, any of these popping up? Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't know what was going on there. Oh, I see. It's just popping up other things now. All right, gonna be one of those days. You know what? That's okay. We'll take a pass. Let's just throw some trees in there for a second. Boom, beautiful. Okay, so industrial space. Let's close it out with adding a few more things up here in our industrial space. What else can we add? In our ore processing, we have unlocked our small underground mine. I think we had, our medium mine. Okay, that looks great. Why are we having crimes up here? Please stop doing crimes. I would really appreciate it if you just didn't do those crimes anymore. This little police station, can we fit this in somewhere up here? We have right there. There we go. No criming, please. All right, what else we have? We have our small ore mines. And yeah, just a bunch of small ore mines. And then our workers. And then we have a small ore mine underground in addition to our regular small ore mines. All right, so what else can we build? We now have a medium ore mine, it looks like. So maybe put that kind of right over here. Ooh, awesome. Okay, that looks pretty cool. I'm a fan. It's a little weird that it's on that side. Let's actually think about that really quickly. Let's just throw that down here for a second and then see. Let's pull this road back here and then see if we can potentially put our industry road actually on the other side. If we put that like here, what does that look like? Go back and grab this and then, okay, well, we don't actually want it to do that. Let's put it on the other side just for a second. Let's back this road up. Let's actually see if we can grab this mine and then place the mine first. Well, here, I'll just put it there. I don't really care too much. But then let's move it around. Let's actually move it so that it's kind of a little bit more integrated with where we would expect to see that. There we go. Okay, so now just go run this directly down. All right, looks a little bit better to me, a little more organic, right? In terms of where it's actually grabbing that ore from. Can we fit a second one along here? Not quite. Let's see, maybe if we fix how this road is working a little bit, we can move this up slightly. I'm gonna have to move it up, something like that. And then can we copy it out and put another one right there? Awesome. Okay. So I have two of these right next to each other. And again, let's do a little bit of move it here. Okay. And then I think we can maybe, again, we have this kind of nice gentle curve here. You know what? Let's mess around with this a little bit. I happen to know that we do have this slope terrain tool. Click with the secondary height. All right, let's figure out if we can make this work. Oh, that was awful. So that's not a good start. That's also awful. Interesting. How do we actually use this? Let's read. Click with the secondary mouse button to set the slope location. Click with the primary button and drag to adjust. You don't love that. That's kind of the slope height we're aiming for, right? There we go. Let's fix a little bit of this. There we go. Okay. Well, here, actually, now let's slow it down a little bit. I don't know if that really helped that much, I'm going to be honest with you. But it's not bad. And then we don't have anarchy on, right? So, okay, so we will see that that slope is a little bit too steep. How can we kind of bring this down the hill in a way that's going to work here? Man, I was hoping we can make that work. Let's see, maybe the other way around. Maybe we can make this a little bit tighter too. So let's actually start here. I think that's a better way to do this. I think we can make this. We're getting there, not quite there. We can go a little bit further over here. Slope is still too steep. All right, well, that's the problem. I had to keep kind of going up here. All right, let's get a little bit more aggressive with how we're controlling the road here. So we want this to go up. Oh, that's just fine. Well, here, and then let's just slope all of them. Because that's the larger frustration here. Okay, that actually looks pretty solid, all things considered. All right, so now people can get down there. We do have some slight electricity issues. So what can we put in here that's going to help? Man, I wish you could get... I need to be able to just kind of adjust this. Whoa, hey, there you go. We hit our 14,000 citizens. We now can build out our liberal arts campus. We finally have our crematorium. We got a ton of new hubs. Awesome. All right, we are in a very good spot. You gotta love seeing all this new stuff. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What is our next milestone? Grand City is only 4,000 away. Ooh, some nice solar options, some bus options, a lot of waste processing. That baseball park, phenomenal. Looking forward to that. Not enough buyers for those products, huh? We'll have to figure out how that's working. What's going on here? We have our zoned industry ore products. Let's actually empty that. And then this is unique factory products. It's mostly empty. Metal and glass, we can balance those. About this, well, let's empty this as well, because I think we want to just kind of sell those things, right? How are our see if, there we go. Oh, that looks so cool. Awesome. Okay, so let's go back up here and just wrap up what we're doing here. They don't have electricity because we need to throw something in the middle here. Let's pop this open. What else do we have? Sand storage. We have some sand storage along there, I thought. Maybe? No? Okay. What about ore storage? What is sand storage? What does this even do? It just stores ore industry raw materials. Okay. Well, we don't actually need that too much. We need another small ore mine, maybe? Small ore mine underground. We haven't really unlocked any of the other ones yet. We could put a manufacturing plant up here, but I don't really like that idea. So let's go with maybe just another small ore mine. Actually, here, maybe we'll do one of the underground ones on this side. That is not what I meant to do, though. Let's actually put that on the other road. There we go. We'll put another small ore mine right there. It does look a little bit weird with the way that's structured. So actually, let's... I think we can leave it there. I think it'll be okay. And then we'll just put a few more down here as well. Just kind of keep going. Boom. And I see that won't quite fit in. Okay, that's okay. All right, so that'll at least help with our larger issue of filling in this space. Do I not have surface painter? I thought I had surface painter on. I don't know. Things are going crazy, folks. All right, we're in a good spot with our industry though, and I think we'll have enough space down here. We do need just a few more workers, but we are getting there, which is great to see. I think our barracks are hopefully, yeah, we still have plenty of space here. I think we'll just put in one more row though, right now. We might as well, right? Because we can put in a row right along the side here. I think we can fit a full set of 3. Awesome. So we can have all of our worker barracks right up here. We may end up deciding to move these shortly. What's going on at this traffic light? Why are we seeing that actually here? Let's oh, there we go. We immediately hit level 4. You love to see that. Now we have the large ore mine underground and ore industry storage. Okay, good to know. Oh, we can throw in the maintenance building too. Awesome. Oh, that is a big building. I did not expect that to be that big. Okay, so maybe what we'll actually do is move a few of these down here and see if we can throw that maintenance building in up there, because I think that makes a lot of sense to put up here. There we go. And we just unlocked, is it large ore mine underground? All right. So, and again, I think we're going to hit the same issue that we actually have here, which is that I think that a lot of these things look better when they're actually kind of packed against the wall there, you know? So let's bring this back around and we'll kind of connect up, not there, but here. And then we'll move this road. That looks super awkward. So let's pull this back a little bit. And then kind of connect up here. There we go. And then what I'd like to do is put in this large underground mine just right there. And then we're going to move it around. We're going to flip it and throw it in maybe like right here-ish, roughly. And then copy it. Put in a few more. Actually, here, let's put the road in first. We want it to be straight. All right, let us do that. Awesome. We'll just kind of chop out the land here. And then grab that again. And put down a few more. There we go. So we have our mines there. And then we can't grab our rocks. All right, well, here, let's go grab some of these rocks from over here. See if we can put a few of these back in. Oh, just let that save go through. Some of these larger rocks back here. See if we can kind of get that look in here, the look and feel. So it's more like they're actually pulling in stuff from the mines. Put in maybe another. Let's go back down to the medium set here. There we go. And yeah, we're stumbling in here a little bit. And you know what? Yeah, the textures stretch on this mountain, of course. But again, I don't play zoomed in that much, you know? Like, I don't think we're going to notice that too much. So I think we're in an okay spot. What we do want to do is make sure that we actually can get power over here. So let's bring our power lines right up along here. I think that'll work out just fine. I'll leave those down there. And let's move this building maybe just over there. All right. We may eventually want to change this a little bit, but I think we can put our larger kind of, when we unlock the stage 5, these large ore mines here, we can potentially put them on this side instead. So I'm actually going to do that right now. So I'm just going to pull back a lot of this road, and then we'll kind of let ourselves deal with it when we get there. So now we just have that. But we have our large ore mines that are underground here. Oh, let's look at all the cars are just kind of popping up there. You know, with these, I don't really see a better place for our cars to enter and exit, so I think we can just leave it that way. The real question is, why are we curving around like this if we could potentially just go straight up here? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I know I just broke the electricity, but that's okay. We'll kind of take that curve around out there. We'll run the power line over. Space occupied, really? There isn't a way to stretch this out? All right, we'll come along the side then. There we go. All right, no problems. Okay, I think we're going to take a quick break here, folks. Thank you for joining me. Next episode, maybe we need to figure out our cargo space here. Figure out what we're going to do with our cargo terminal to get some of these products out and into the larger city space. That would also definitely help us kind of sell a lot of these products right now, right? Because I actually don't know when these cars are leaving. Let's see where this guy's actually going. Because he's exporting these products. Where are you actually going to export these? I think you just leave the city, right? Oh my gosh, look at how convoluted that is. Yeah, that takes him forever. So we'll kind of keep going, but I think we're going to want to start our cargo train here and figure out a way to connect our train network up there down to our train space over here. So, but that sounds like something else. Oh, let's check out how are things going over here. We still have some very crazy architecture issues going on, but overall things seem to be looking pretty well. It's this education issue. All right, we'll get there when we get there. All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I will catch you next time.